Breaking news! The world is reeling from a development that could reshape the very foundations of global commerce and transportation. Elon Musk has done it again, sending shockwaves around the globe with his latest audacious move. The billionaire entrepreneur, known for his relentless ambition and disruptive innovations, has just pulled off a feat that few thought possible. In a staggering $70 billion deal, the visionary entrepreneur has acquired the Panama Canal, adding this critical waterway to his ever-growing empire. This acquisition marks one of the largest and most unexpected business transactions in modern history, instantly making headlines and sparking debates in boardrooms and government offices worldwide. The world watched in awe as the deal was announced, a testament to Musk's ambition and financial prowess. News outlets scrambled to cover the story, while analysts and experts tried to make sense of the implications. Social media erupted with speculation, memes, and heated discussions about what this could mean for the future. This isn't just another business acquisition, it's a power play with enormous implications for global trade, geopolitics, and the future of transportation. The Panama Canal is a lifeline for international shipping, and whoever controls it holds significant influence over the movement of goods between continents. The Panama Canal, a 50-mile engineering marvel connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, handles over 14,000 ships annually, carrying everything from oil and cars to electronics and food. Its locks and channels are a testament to human ingenuity, and its operation is crucial to the global economy, saving ships weeks of travel around South America. For over a century, the canal has stood as a symbol of international cooperation and engineering excellence. Its history is rich with stories of ambition, struggle, and triumph, and now, it enters a new chapter under Musk's stewardship. Now, this vital artery of global commerce rests in the hands of one of the most ambitious and unpredictable figures of our time. Musk's track record with companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink suggests that big changes could be on the horizon. The question on everyone's mind: what will Musk do with this newfound power? Will he revolutionize shipping with new technologies, or use the canal as a launchpad for even grander visions? The world waits, watching closely, as history unfolds before our eyes. To truly appreciate the significance of Musk's acquisition, we need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about a business deal or a single waterway, it's about a strategic asset that has shaped the course of global commerce for over a century. The Panama Canal is far more than a strip of water cutting through Central America. It's a vital artery in our interconnected world, serving as a bridge between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Its location makes it one of the most important shortcuts in maritime history, dramatically altering how goods move across the globe. Before the canal existed, ships had to endure a perilous and exhausting journey around the southern tip of South America, navigating the dangerous waters of Cape Horn. This route was not only time-consuming, adding weeks to every voyage, but also incredibly risky, with unpredictable storms and treacherous currents threatening both cargo and crew. The completion of the canal in 1914 was a monumental engineering achievement. It instantly slashed thousands of miles off shipping routes, saving time, money, and lives. The canal revolutionized global trade, making it possible for goods to move between oceans with unprecedented speed and efficiency. This shortcut didn't just make shipping faster, it made it cheaper and more reliable. Suddenly, larger volumes of goods could be transported across continents, fueling economic growth and connecting markets that were once worlds apart. Today, the Panama Canal remains a lifeline for global trade. It handles about 6% of all world maritime traffic, serving as a critical choke point for international shipping. Every day, dozens of massive vessels pass through its locks, carrying everything from raw materials to finished products. It's estimated that over $270 billion worth of goods pass through the canal each year. These shipments include electronics, vehicles, clothing, food, and countless other essentials that keep our economies running and our lives comfortable. In fact, the impact of the Panama Canal reaches into our daily lives in ways we might not even realize. The clothes we wear, the food we eat, and the products we use every day have likely traveled through this waterway at some point, making the canal an invisible but essential part of modern life. Now, with Musk's control over this critical choke point, he holds unprecedented influence over the flow of goods worldwide. This means he can shape not just shipping routes but the very dynamics of the global economy itself, impacting businesses, governments, and consumers across the planet. Knowing Musk, this acquisition is just the first step in a much grander vision. While he hasn't revealed all his cards yet, we can speculate on how he might integrate the Panama Canal into his existing ventures like Tesla, SpaceX, and the Boring Company. Imagine fleets of electric autonomous cargo ships, powered by Tesla batteries, silently traversing the canal, dramatically reducing emissions and shipping costs. Picture massive, reusable SpaceX rockets, launching from platforms in the canal, carrying cargo and perhaps even passengers to destinations around the globe. Musk's vision likely extends beyond just improving existing technologies. He might utilize the Boring Company's tunneling expertise to create underground Hyperloop systems, transporting cargo at lightning speeds across the isthmus, bypassing the canal altogether. This acquisition isn't just about owning a waterway, it's about reimagining the future of global logistics and transportation. Musk's unprecedented control of the Panama Canal has sent shockwaves through the world's capitals. Leaders from Washington to Beijing are urgently convening, scrambling to understand the far-reaching implications for their nation's economies, security, and global standing. The canal, long seen as a neutral artery of world trade, is now at the center of a new geopolitical storm, and no one is quite sure how the tides will turn. The geopolitical consequences of this deal are profound, with the potential to reshape alliances, disrupt established trade routes, and create new tensions between global superpowers. As the world watches, old rivalries are reignited, and new partnerships may be forged in response to this seismic shift in control. For China, which relies heavily on the canal to move its vast exports to markets in the Americas and beyond, Musk's ownership introduces a new layer of uncertainty. Chinese officials are closely monitoring shipping data, worried that access could be restricted or costs could rise, threatening their economic lifelines. The stakes are high, and every decision Musk makes will be scrutinized in Beijing. The United States, which once wielded significant influence over the waterway and considered it a symbol of its global reach, now faces a new and unpredictable reality. American politicians and military strategists are voicing concerns about national security, economic competitiveness, and the loss of a key strategic asset to a private individual. Yet, not every nation is anxious. Some countries, especially those with strong ties to Musk's business empire, could benefit from his focus on efficiency, technological innovation, and streamlined logistics. For them, the promise of lower shipping costs, faster delivery times, and cutting-edge infrastructure could open new opportunities for growth and prosperity. On the other hand, smaller nations and less influential shipping companies may find themselves at a disadvantage. Their access to this critical trade route could become subject to Musk's business priorities and personal ambitions, leaving them vulnerable to delays, increased fees, or even exclusion from the canal altogether. This historic acquisition raises urgent questions about the balance of power in a world where a single individual can control such a strategically vital asset. Governments, corporations, and citizens alike are left to wonder, what happens when global infrastructure is no longer in the hands of nations, but of visionary and unpredictable entrepreneurs? The Panama Canal is no longer just an engineering marvel or a symbol of international cooperation. Today, it stands as a chess piece in a high-stakes game of global influence, where every move could alter the course of world trade and the balance of power for years to come. Musk's takeover has also ignited debate about the canal's environmental impact. The waterway, while crucial for global trade, faces criticism for its water usage, impact on local ecosystems, and contribution to greenhouse gas emissions. Critics argue that Musk must prioritize sustainability and minimize any negative environmental consequences of his plans. However, Musk, known for his commitment to renewable energy and sustainable solutions, might surprise his skeptics. Imagine the canal becoming a testing ground for cutting-edge green technologies. Solar panels lining the banks, hydroelectric power generated from the canal's locks, and a transition to electric ships could transform the waterway into a model of sustainability. Musk's track record with Tesla suggests he understands the urgency of climate change. The Panama Canal, under his stewardship, could become a symbol of how economic growth and environmental responsibility can go hand in hand. Beyond immediate concerns, the real excitement lies in the futuristic technologies Musk might introduce. Imagine cargo pods hurtling through underground Hyperloop tunnels, traversing the isthmus in minutes, not hours. Picture ships navigating the canal autonomously, guided by advanced AI systems, eliminating human error and optimizing efficiency. The canal's infrastructure could be revolutionized with sensors, data analytics, and smart technology, making it the most advanced waterway on the planet. Musk's vision for the Panama Canal could be a glimpse into the future of global transportation, a future where speed, efficiency, and sustainability are paramount. This acquisition could be a catalyst for innovations that ripple far beyond the shipping industry, shaping the world as we know it. The potential economic ramifications of Musk's move are vast and complex. Industries that rely heavily on shipping, such as manufacturing, agriculture, and energy, will be watching closely. Some fear that Musk's control could spark trade wars or give certain countries preferential treatment. Others believe his focus on efficiency could lead to an unprecedented boom in global trade, making goods more accessible and affordable for everyone. The impact will be felt differently around the world. Countries positioned along major shipping routes might see increased economic activity, while those geographically disadvantaged could face challenges. Musk's acquisition could accelerate the already shifting dynamics of global trade, creating winners and losers in this new landscape. Only time will tell how these changes will ultimately play out. At the heart of Musk's endeavors lies a consistent theme connecting humanity in unprecedented ways. From electric cars to space exploration, his ventures seem driven by a desire to break down barriers and push the boundaries of what's possible. The Panama Canal acquisition fits perfectly into this narrative. By controlling this vital artery of global commerce, Musk is positioned to shape the flow of goods, ideas, and people like never before. His vision for a hyper-connected world where physical distances shrink and communication is instantaneous is both exhilarating and daunting. While the potential benefits are undeniable, questions about power, control, and unintended consequences linger. Elon Musk's acquisition of the Panama Canal is a watershed moment, a stark reminder of the power of innovation and ambition in our rapidly changing world. It's a story of disruption, opportunity, and uncertainty, leaving us with more questions than answers. Will Musk's vision for the canal usher in a new era of global prosperity and interconnectedness? Or will it exacerbate existing inequalities and concentrate power in the hands of one individual? As we navigate this uncharted territory, one thing is certain: the world is watching, holding its breath, eager to see what this audacious entrepreneur will do next. As the news of Musk's bold move reverberates across continents, world leaders scramble to respond. In Washington, urgent meetings behind closed doors weigh the risks and rewards of an American tech titan controlling one of the world's most vital shipping arteries. Across the Pacific, China convenes emergency economic councils, wary of new leverage in global trade. The European Union calls for international oversight, demanding transparency and fair access for all nations. Latin American countries, especially Panama's neighbors, voice concerns about sovereignty and the precedent set by such a powerful private acquisition. Meanwhile, global organizations like the United Nations and the World Trade Organization issue statements, urging collaboration and warning against unilateral control. Diplomats rush to broker new agreements, seeking to balance national interests with the promise of technological advancement. Tensions simmer, alliances shift, and back-channel negotiations intensify. Some governments see opportunity, others a threat. In this new era, the Panama Canal is no longer just a passage for ships, but a flashpoint for global politics, diplomacy, and the future of international cooperation. As the world's eyes remain fixed on the canal, one thing is clear: Musk's latest conquest has set off a geopolitical chain reaction, reshaping the rules of the game for years to come. As the world's leaders debate and diplomats strategize, Elon Musk unveils his bold blueprint for the Panama Canal's future. Gone are the days of sluggish, manual operations. Musk envisions a canal transformed by cutting-edge technology. Picture fleets of fully autonomous electric tugboats gliding silently across the locks, orchestrated by a vast neural network that optimizes every movement. Drones buzz overhead, conducting real-time inspections of infrastructure, while underwater robots patrol for maintenance and security. Sensors embedded throughout the canal feed vast streams of data to AI-driven control centers, predicting bottlenecks, monitoring environmental impact, and issuing instant adjustments. Solar arrays stretch along the banks, powering the entire operation with clean energy. For ships, a new reservation system, powered by blockchain, ensures transparency, security, and efficiency in passage scheduling. Musk's plans also include a digital twin of the canal, a 3D virtual model accessible to engineers and operators worldwide, enabling remote troubleshooting and rapid innovation. With Starlink satellites providing seamless connectivity, even the most remote corners of the canal stay linked to the global grid. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a revolution. With every innovation, the Panama Canal edges closer to becoming the smartest, greenest, and most efficient waterway on Earth. But as the world watches Musk's technological ambitions unfold, one question remains: can this grand vision deliver on its promise, or will new challenges emerge from such radical transformation? As Musk's technological revolution sweeps through the Panama Canal, the world's major shipping companies find themselves at a crossroads. For industry titans like Maersk, COSCO, and MSC, the canal's transformation is both a challenge and an opportunity. Some move quickly, retrofitting their fleets with AI navigation modules and securing early access slots in Musk's blockchain-powered scheduling system. Others invest in partnerships with Tesla Maritime, eager to test the first generation of fully electric cargo vessels designed to glide seamlessly through the upgraded locks. But not every company embraces the change with open arms. Smaller operators worry about steep learning curves, new compliance requirements, and the upfront costs of tech integration. To stay competitive, they band together, forming alliances to share resources and lobby for transition support. Meanwhile, Logistics giants pour resources into predictive analytics and digital twins of their own, aiming to synchronize their global supply chains with the canal's real-time data streams. Training programs spring up across continents as crews learn to work alongside AI captains and integrate remote troubleshooting into their daily routines. The result? A shipping industry in rapid evolution, where innovation is no longer optional, but essential for survival. As the canal becomes a beacon of technological possibility, the global shipping sector races to adapt, seize new opportunities, and redefine what it means to move the world's goods in the 21st century. While the world's shipping titans adapt and innovate, the heart of the Panama Canal beats within its local communities. For generations, families in Panama have built their livelihoods around the canal, working its locks, managing logistics, and powering the small businesses that line its banks. Musk's sweeping modernization brings new opportunities, high-tech jobs, STEM education initiatives, and investment in local infrastructure. Young Panamanians, once destined for traditional canal roles, now train as AI technicians and renewable energy engineers, but with promise comes pressure. The rapid influx of global talent and rising costs threaten to price out locals and reshape the social fabric of canal towns. Long-standing businesses face competition from international tech firms. Some residents worry that history and heritage will be overshadowed by Musk's futuristic vision. Yet, there are voices of hope, community leaders negotiating for fair wages, environmental protections, and local ownership stakes in new ventures. As Panama stands at the crossroads of progress and preservation, its people navigate a delicate balance, embracing innovation while safeguarding their identity. The canal's transformation is not just an engineering feat but a human journey, one that will define Panama's future for generations to come. As Panama's people adapt to sweeping changes, another powerful voice emerges along the canal's banks. Environmental groups from around the globe. For decades, these organizations have monitored the canal's delicate ecosystems, rainforests, wetlands, and the unique wildlife that depend on its waters. The news of Musk's high-tech takeover sparks both concern and curiosity. Activists raise urgent questions about increased shipping, energy use, and the impact of new technologies on fragile habitats. Yet, the conversation doesn't end with protest. Recognizing the scale of Musk's ambitions, leading environmental groups propose bold collaborations. They invite Musk and his team to co-develop green shipping corridors, invest in large-scale reforestation, and deploy cutting-edge sensors to monitor water quality and biodiversity in real time. Some suggest joint research labs where local scientists and global experts work side by side to pioneer sustainable canal management. In a series of high-profile meetings, Musk publicly commits to a net positive canal pledge, aiming not just to reduce harm, but to leave the environment better than before. The world watches as environmental watchdogs and tech innovators forge an uneasy alliance driven by a shared vision, a canal where progress and preservation move forward together. Whether this partnership will deliver on its lofty promises remains to be seen, but for the first time, hope and environmental stewardship are woven into the story of the canal's next chapter. As the world digests the transformation of the Panama Canal, a new question ripples through boardrooms, governments, and innovation hubs. What's next? Musk's bold leap into canal control doesn't just rewrite Panama's story, it sparks a global domino effect. Across continents, visionary leaders and tech giants begin to sketch out their own high-impact infrastructure projects. In Africa, plans emerge for solar-powered railways stretching from coast to coast, promising to unlock untapped markets and connect remote communities. In Southeast Asia, talk of smart bridges and AI-managed ports gains momentum, blending local ingenuity with global investment. Even the Arctic Circle isn't immune, as discussions heat up about sustainable shipping lanes through melting ice, an opportunity fraught with both promise and peril. Meanwhile, nations compete to attract the next Musk moment, offering incentives to pioneers ready to reimagine canals, tunnels, and energy grids with cutting-edge tech. Startups pitch floating airports, drone-based logistics corridors, and even underwater data highways. The race is on to build not just bigger but smarter, cleaner, and more resilient infrastructure for a turbulent century. Yet with every ambitious blueprint comes a familiar chorus of questions. Who benefits? Who bears the risk? And can new technologies truly deliver on their promise of shared prosperity? Or will the gap between winners and losers only widen? As Musk's canal sets the pace, the world stands on the brink of an infrastructure revolution, one where vision, vigilance, and bold ideas will shape the landscapes of tomorrow. As blueprints for next-gen infrastructure sweep across the globe, the Panama Canal itself becomes a proving ground for the future, powered not just by steel and silicon, but by artificial intelligence. Picture this: AI-driven traffic control towers choreograph the passage of colossal ships with split-second precision, eliminating human error and slashing wait times. Fully autonomous tugboats, guided by machine learning algorithms, nudge vessels through narrow locks, while fleets of maintenance drones scan every bolt and beam for signs of wear, predicting repairs before breakdowns occur. The canal's digital nervous system learns from billions of data points, constantly optimizing routes to cut emissions and maximize efficiency. Real-time weather forecasting, powered by AI, helps ships dodge storms and avoid costly delays. Even customs and security evolve, as smart sensors and automated inspections speed up cargo checks while tightening safety. For canal workers, the shift is seismic. Traditional roles give way to new opportunities in robotics management and data analysis, but the transition isn't without turbulence. Training programs race to keep up, aiming to ensure that no one is left behind in the age of automation. With AI at the helm, the Panama Canal becomes more than a waterway. It's a living laboratory for intelligent infrastructure. But as the canal's operations grow ever more complex and interconnected, new questions surface. How resilient is this digital backbone to cyber threats? Who controls the algorithms that decide the flow of global trade? And in a world where code steers the course of commerce, what does human oversight really mean? The automated canal stands as both a marvel and a mirror, reflecting our hopes and our anxieties about the future of work, security, and global connection. As the sun rises over a Panama Canal transformed by Musk's vision and AI ingenuity, the ripples of change spread far beyond its waters. In the next decade, global trade as we know it is reimagined, faster, greener, and more interconnected than ever before. Borderless logistics networks spring to life where Hyperloop corridors and AI-managed fleets link continents with lightning speed. Ports in Africa, Asia, and Latin America harness Musk-inspired tech, leveling the playing field and opening doors for emerging economies. Supply chains, once fragile and slow, become resilient and adaptive, able to reroute in real time thanks to predictive analytics and decentralized control. Carbon-neutral ships glide across oceans powered by sustainable energy harvested from sun and sea. For consumers, goods arrive in days, not weeks, while businesses reach customers in markets previously out of reach. Yet, this new era brings its own challenges. Nations race to adopt next-gen infrastructure, sparking both collaboration and competition. Old trade alliances evolve and new powers emerge. As AI and automation become the backbone of global commerce, the world faces pressing questions about equity, data sovereignty, and the true cost of relentless progress. In this visionary landscape, Musk's conquest of the canal is more than a headline. It's a catalyst. The choices made today set the course for a future where prosperity, innovation, and responsibility must travel hand in hand. As the decade unfolds, one thing is certain: the tides of global trade will never flow the same way again.